Hey everyone, Mah-Dry-Bread here. Follow New Vegas with only recharger weapons was a super fun change of pace. Let's follow that up with a long requested solo run. Today's the day that we figure out would I be able to beat Pokemon Red with a team of only one Porygon. So Porygon is a single form normal type in Gen 1, that was before it could evolve. Stats wise, it's not amazing but not awful, reasonably even stats with kind of low speed. The stats are actually a little bit lower in Gen 1 than they are in other games, since the combined special stat is lower than the special attack it would have in later games. That means that Porygon doesn't quite hit as hard in this game as it does in other ones, not that it's the hardest hitter in the first place. By level up, its moves are really weird, so Sharpen raises our attack by one stage, not too amazing, but Conversion is at least interesting. It changes our type to that of our target. I can't see it helping us do more damage, but it could help us on defense. We're normal type though, and I'm not really worried about any Gen 1 fighting moves, so it might be a dud. Recover is fantastic, but Tri-Attack is kind of just alright. In Gen 1, it's just an 80 power normal move with no secondary effect. Pretty boring. By TM, our move list is both super random and kind of good. Ice Beam is awesome, Gen 1 Blizzard can be insane, Thunderbolt and Psychic are both great, and although it's kind of weird, I can't learn Fire Blast. That was a common one for normal types in Gen 1. Anyway, Recover, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Psychic sounds like an awesome moveset. I'm thinking I'll go with that and switch Ice Beam for Blizzard if I really need the extra damage. Like always, I'm writing the script as I go through with the challenge, so all this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. I'm thinking we get to the Elite Four around level 65 and beat the game before level 80. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but I'm really happy with this moveset. Should be a good run. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Porygon. I'll need other Pokemon to use their HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in combat. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. So right off the bat, I use the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Bulbasaur with Porygon so that we can do the whole run with it. I name him Poryfunk Jr. Shout out to Jeremy Hanna on Twitter for that amazing name. He also came up with the amazing runner-ups of The One Porygon and Porygraves. So, did you predict that we have to grind in Viridian Forest, or did I just blow your mind? Yeah, you're probably not surprised. So until we hit level 23, our only attacking move is Tackle. And this is Gen 1 Tackle, so 35 power. Literally the same type, power points, power, and accuracy as Scratch. I guess the early game question is just about if we'll need to hit level 23 to win, right? Personally, I think we'd win before level 20, just because our stats are higher than most of the weak stuff here. Plus, we have Sharpen. It's not really a great move, and it gives them a lot of free chances to hit us, but they're gonna be using stuff like Bide, so I'll have chances to use it anyway. Plus, we could actually use Conversion to become Rock-type so that their tackles won't hurt us as much. You know what, the more I think about this battle, the more I realize it might be pretty easy. Let's give it a try. First try at the Rock Gym is at the very low level 13. So Conversion to turn into Rock-type does a really great job of making us last way longer in the fight, but even with 6 Sharpens, we're really not doing much damage. We made it past Geodude, but Onix being faster than us made Bide way more dangerous than it usually is. Alright, level 13 is pretty low. Maybe more like level 18 and we'd win. Also, I haven't had a chance to say it before, but I did not remember Porygon's back sprite looking so hilarious. Next try was at level 18, and it turned out great. We had a speed tie with Onix, so Bide was still a threat, but both of them were only doing 1 damage with Tackle, so we had a lot more time to beat them. I can't believe the unique move of a Pokemon actually paid off for once. I don't think I'm keeping them until the end or anything, but early game, the help is very much appreciated. Now, we're heading east. I've got a rival fight and the water gym coming up, and both tend to be kind of hard. Conversion might be pretty good in the water gym, but I don't think it's going to help me much against our rival. My goal is to try and hit level 23 before I reach them so that I have Psybeam, since I think that that's going to do a pretty good job against our rival. Less great in the water gym, but it's worth a try. I kind of figure the water gym will have to wait until we're around level 28 and get Recover, but you never know. Sometimes they just spam tackle and do just about nothing. Let's try the water gym first, just to see what happens. On our way there, though, I took the Helix fossil. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask. Actually, now that I think about it, everyone ask anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Wow, the water gym actually went really well at level 22. So, both fought the same way. They opened with X defend and spammed tackle. Probably because I converted to water type so they didn't want to use water moves. Our health got pretty low near the end, but I don't think that they could have beaten us without a few critical hits. That was much better than I expected. Hey, our rival went pretty great too. It would have been super easy, in fact, if not for Sand Attack, but it still wasn't hard. Learning Psybeam is helping a lot, and I'm feeling a lot tankier now that we've leveled up a little bit. We still don't hit super hard, but we're only one gym away from getting a better move. That's why we're on the SSN now. I need to beat this place to get the Cut HM so that I can get to the Electric Gym and snag our first TM move, Thunderbolt. It's going to be a big power upgrade for us. In fact, the rival is the only thing between us and a bunch of great moves, so let's go take him down. Okay, the rival went basically the same as last time, nothing special to report here. In fairness, it's been like 30 minutes since the last rival fight, tops. The Electric Gym goes pretty great too. Raichu's faster than us, but nothing really hurts us. We didn't do amazing damage with Psybeam, but that's alright, we'll replace this soon. As soon as we won, I used the TM that gave us Thunderbolt. I always love this move. Next up is Rock Tunnel. Sometimes the place is annoying, but we've got Psybeam to pass through the high defense of the Hiker's Pokemon, so it's a pretty quick and easy trip. So that's nice. Hey, now that we're past Rock Tunnel, we can really work out our moveset. I go ahead and grab the TM for Ice Beam, that's the price of a vending machine drink in Gen 1, as well as a spare drink to get me into Saffron to get the free TM for Psychic. Considering we're going to be fighting Grass, Ground, and Poison Pokemon for the next few major fights, I'm feeling pretty good. So let's go clear out that Grass Gym. So it nearly started with a disaster as Victory Bell outsped us and used Sleep Powder, but he missed. Turns out it's a speed tie, so we went first on the next round and took him out. The rest of her team went down just fine. The new moves are great. Now it's time to take out Giovanni. Okay, he was a total pushover, as expected. I don't think he's going to cause issues the whole run, considering we have Ice Beam. Next up is our rival yet again. Just like the last couple times, though, it was really easy. Even more so than usual, thanks to our awesome moves. I don't think he'll be hard until the next time we fight him. Alright, we're on the road again. I'm kind of torn up about the upcoming part of the run. I'm sure that Koga will be easy if he's not faster than us, and I can't wait to try the Fire Gym, but I kind of don't think I'll win. If I still had Conversion, then I'd feel pretty safe about it, but the fact that I don't have it anymore makes me think that I won't beat it super early. I still want to try, though. Okay, so Koga was super easy as expected. His always bad move choice helped. But is the Fire Gym gonna be an early win? I hope. Growlithe was a quick and easy 2-shot, he only did about 25 damage. Ponyta right after took a decent chunk out of us with Fire Spin and growled to lower our attack, but it went down just fine too. After that is Rapidash, and he's faster than us, so right away we flinched to a Stomp and lost some defense to Tail Whip. I recovered and started using Thunderbolt as he spammed Super Potions, sometimes when his health was full because Blaine. We actually came pretty close to fainting before we got some more recovers in and finished him off. Last was Arcanine, who didn't take much damage and dealt tons of damage with his own Fire Blast. Not only that, but we got burned right away. I was worried about our own chances when he started using Roar and Ember instead of just using Fire Blast some more. He went down. Blaine, I know you threw that fight. Wow, alright. This isn't a position we find ourselves in. We're a very low level for this point in the run, and our level lead is honestly tiny considering we're still just using one Porygon. We have a boss rush coming up of our rival, Giovanni, the Psychic Gym, Giovanni again at the Ground Gym, then our rival. My predictions? Psychic Gym will be easy, as will the Giovanni fights, but I think both rival fights are going to be their own brick walls that I have to grind for. Like, our moves are pretty good, a lot better than that of the trainers we're fighting, but we're still just such a low level. Wow. Alright, so our rival was actually super easy, like the Silphco rival fight. Most of his team did almost nothing at all to us until Alakazam, who put up a little bit of a fight, but still wasn't that bad because of Recover. I'm sure he could have crit us a bunch to take us down since it's Gen 1 and Alakazam crits a lot, but we handled it just fine. Giovanni right after was super easy, as he always is. How did this guy get to be the leader of Team Rocket? It's gotta be like nepotism, right? Like his dad was the old boss and he was a good trainer or something. Psychic gym time. So weirdly enough, the Kadabra at the start actually did a ton of damage to us. In fact, Kadabra in the Psychic Gym was more dangerous than I think the Alakazam might have been in the rival fight. Like, we're healing on the first Pokemon of our team. That's really rare. The gym is usually a cakewalk. Mr. Mime right after was just using weak double slaps, so I used it as my chance to heal up before the knockout. Venomoth was a one-shot, and last was Alakazam, who wasted his time with stuff like Recover and Psywave, so we won pretty quickly. And of course, Giovanni in the ground gym was a cakewalk. Okay, surely I have to grind for this rival fight. Okay, there we go. The whole team was super easy until Alakazam, who was just too much for us. In fairness, he is a way stronger Pokemon than us, and we're almost the same level. He's a crit machine, and we can't handle his Psybeams. Plus, we don't hit that hard at all, and he can out-heal us. I'm gonna have to do the first grind of the run since Viridian Forest? Then I'll come back. Okay, so now we're at level 58. We swept our way through to Alakazam every time, but we're still one critical Psybeam away from being nearly one shot from full health. It's crazy. I tried a few times thinking that I might get him to freeze, when on this attempt, he just used Reflect 3 times in a row instead of fighting us. That was delightfully Gen 1. Charizard was last, and we easily won with 2 Thunderbolts. Wow, alright. I guess we're on the last bit of travel. Well, looking back at my prediction, I thought we'd be here around level 65, so we're a bit early. I guess my other prediction about winning the run before level 80 is probably going to be true, as long as Alakazam at the end isn't too much of a brick wall, that is. Who knows, maybe I'll luck out and he'll just spam Reflect again. I mean, the AI is really prone to doing that in Gen 1. Would that even surprise anybody? Now that we're at the Elite Four, let's take a look at our team. You know what? Even at a whole 10 levels lower than we usually are when we get here, our stats are roughly where they'd normally be here. Maybe a little higher, and our moves are better than usual. No same type attack bonus, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. Make your final guesses on if we can win this or not. Let's do this. First is Ice Trainer Lorelei. This took 3 tries due to getting frozen against Jinx a few times, but the fight wasn't hard. Thunderbolt could take down basically everything, although it was rarely a one-shot. Kinda surprised with how little I had to use Recover, considering I hardly had a level lead. Second is Fighting Trainer Bruno. He was super easy, you'd think he'd be a problem since we're normal type, but he doesn't use any fighting moves on us. Mega Kick hurt, but we could easily heal against Onix, so it was fine. Third is Ghost Trainer Agatha. It was a very Agatha fight, as she spammed Dream Eater while we were awake a lot. It was an easy fight, although we actually took a lot of damage near the end thanks to Nightshade. It was closer than Agatha fights can get, but it was still a first try, and I'm sure if I really got bad luck, then I could just try it like 3 times and win. Fourth is Dragon Trainer Lance. This took 3 tries because on the first 2 we got hit by Supersonic and just kept hitting ourselves in confusion. But then on the 3rd try, we have this super weird run where we dodge 2 different Hyper Beams and no one confuses us, so we easily win with Ice Beam. That was insane! We're going into the final fight at level 62. This never happens. Is this literally the lowest level that we've gone into the Pokemon Champion fight? Some scholar of my channel is gonna know the answer to that. Finally, the Pokemon Champion. First is Pidgeot, who went first, failed Mirror Move, and then got taken down in 2 Thunderbolts, only hitting us with 1 weak wing attack. We're only 1 level ahead of him. This is kinda crazy. Alakazam is next, and this guy is always dangerous. I decided to go for Ice Beam since freezing is incredibly strong if we can get it to happen. He recovers more health than we can deal in damage, so I just have to hope he uses the wrong moves. And thankfully, he just started spamming Reflect at some point, so we won. Rhydon is next and he can hardly hurt us, so I healed back up and then took him down, but not before losing a little bit of defense to Tail Whip. Executor was a 2-shot after dealing some decent damage with Stomp, and next was Water Onix, who can hit us with Hydro Pump right away for great damage. but our Thunderbolt one-shot him in return. Last was Charizard and our health was low, so I go straight for Thunderbolt to try and one-shot him. He outspeeds us and could have Fire Blasted us to take us out, but he used Rage instead and did almost nothing. Our Thunderbolt crit for a one-shot, winning us the whole run. I kind of can't believe it. I figured it might be a bit easier than my normal runs, but this really went well. This might be the first time that we've ended a run at a lower level than one of the Pokemon we had to beat in the final battle. I really hope you guys liked that run. The next Pokemon Challenge should be up next Saturday like usual, with Pokemon Heart Gold with only one Munchlax. Now I've written here, that's gonna be a brutal one, but as someone who's already recorded most of the run, I can tell you, oh man, there's some slow bits. As always, I'm looking at your suggestions in the comments in the challenge request section of my Discord channel and on Twitter. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned. Outro time. All right. Now I feel like for the last million times, I've said that I've got to get running quickly because I haven't eaten yet. And although, yes, I haven't eaten yet, I'm fine. I'm not super hungry yet. I'm gonna go make some breakfast right after this. I actually need to get running because in literally 1 hour, my mom is coming over to my place and we're gonna do some gardening together because the weeds outside are getting pretty bad. We've had crazy weather recently and I'm sure you guys have all heard about like the wildfires in Ontario, Canada. I couldn't garden for a little while because the air quality warnings were going off on my phone constantly for a while there, and I didn't want to physically exert myself out there in the blazing hot sun during an air quality warning where everything smells like burning wood. I thought that was probably a really great idea, you know? Going out there and inhaling smoke. No, I decided against that, so we're going to be doing the gardening today instead. But that's fun, because I kind of like the gardening. So I'm gonna go rush and get ready for that. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.